knocks out the defending champion, Rafael Nadal, in a final set tiebreak.
The BNP Paribas is one of the largest ATP WTA events in the world. IndianWells Tennis Gardens is a tennis facility that holds the BNP Paribas.
We're a 72-acre site in IndianWells, California, 29 courts, 4 televised stadiums. We'll average 16,000 to 30,000 a day on site.
The annual attendance is 430,000 people per event. They were introducing a mobile app for 2014, and they wanted seamless coverage for any patron throughout the facility to be able to access the app flawlessly. You can look up who's playing, what courts they're playing on, the scores of the day, the draw, and you would also be able to view live streaming from 4 live courts.
The app drove what we would have to do wirelessly.
Wi-Fi is critical for the general operation of the facility and the event. You have to have box office scanning, credential scanning, you have food and beverage processes that need to occur, you have PCI Wi-Fi compliance requirements that you have to obligate. There's also a gamut of other different services that we have to provide for other specific vendors on property besides just the public. The hardest problem with covering a Wi-Fi area of this type of space is density and capacity. When you start involving video streaming on 4 live courts, that takes it into a completely different level of performance that you're going to require on the network. The biggest thing that we were looking at is using a directional product and not a 360 product. So the 7782, 30 degree, and 180 degree beam technology is what we were closely looking at, and that's what we ended up deploying. 80% of the access points that are on site are directional. We deployed over 127 to 130 access points during the event. They were strategically located in seating areas and common areas, shade structures, all throughout the facility to provide seamless Wi-Fi. You want to concentrate the wireless signal that's actually shooting to the individual user instead of it being a 360 environment that they could be grabbing neighboring access points. That's going to be ineffective and it's going to slow them down. By deploying directional antenna technology that Ruckus has, we're able to shoot the beam directly to them and they're coming right back to the radio. All the Ruckus directional are pointed at banks of seating to allocate specific blocks of coverage areas. Typically the highest area that we would get would be 100 users per area, and that's pretty impressive when you consider that you've got a stadium with Stadium 1 with 16,000 users and Stadium 2 at 8,000 users. What we actually did is a calculation on how many people would actually be using the uptake on the wireless. We were tracking the analytics from the actual app itself and looking at the uptake by geolocation to determine whether people were using the app or not. And the statistics that we were getting from live streaming was remarkable.
We've actually replaced gear that was existing gear by another vendor and replaced it with the Ruckus. There was a noticeable difference. Everything from signal strength to functionality of it. We had no issues with density, streaming capacity this year at all. I mean, we were thrilled.
The ZD5000, it's very easy to use. It's very easy to manage. It has reporting options on it that are far superior than other vendors and other products that are out there. It's pre-programmed. You drop an access point, it provisions itself, it goes into the correct route, you're done. Reliability, performance, the patented technology that comes with a Ruckus access point. It's antenna technology, it's smart meshing, it's channel fly. Those are all things that make the radio perform well. Those are all things that make the radio be very reliable. There was quite a few media entities that said it couldn't be done, what we did, and we did it.